Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Gosh, is it blurry or is it just me? Oh, look, my sign. I got my sign up finally. Finally did it. It doesn't look as good on camera though. In real life, it looks way better. Hang on, let me try to turn it down because it goes really bright. Hang on, let's see. Okay, that's off. See, it gets really bright. Look how bright it gets. Wow, you can't tell on camera though. Hang on, let me bring it way down. There we go. That looks probably the best. It's not very lit up now, though. Hello, friends. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Katie said my hair is getting long. I guess it kind of is. It does look long today. Hello, hello. Let's do some shout outs. Hi, Dawn. Hi, Damari. Hi, Melissa. Hi, Frank and Sharon. Hi, Sea Beach 53. Hi, Arlette. Hi, Joe. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Merlin. Hi, Ruth Debbie. Good morning, my love. Hi, Marcy. Hi, Okie Karen. Hi, Ann. Hi, Cheryl. Hi, Jules. Hi, Karen. Hi, Gwen. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Let's see. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Valerie. Good morning. Yeah, the sign does look good, huh? The wire, like going from there to there, doesn't look as good, but it is what it is, right? You know, you do your best, and that's all I can get. So, hi, Francis. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Gina. Hi, Jane. Hi, Sherry. Hi, Laura. Hi, Robin. Good morning. Working on Easter cards today. Yay! I know Easter's coming. Hi, Russ. I was just thinking I hadn't seen your name in a while. Hi, Shelby. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Quilty. Good morning. Damari just opened her folded. Yay! Oh, Gina got her magnet. Yay, yay, yay. Good morning, Donna in Georgia. Hi, Susan. How's Tiffany loving her boat life? The last time I talked to her, she was in Arizona at her house. So but she was flying back the next day to the boat in Florida. So I think she's enjoying it. But she gets ants in her pants, so she's busy working on stuff. Let me tell you. Hi, Bonnie. Hi, Julie. Oh, Violet is already turning 1 today. Wow. I love that name so much, Violet. Oh, it's so beautiful. Margaret says, after seeing your sign, I bought one for my daughter's preschool classroom. They love it. Oh, how fun. I know you can have it say anything you want. And I kind of feel like it's a little crooked. Maybe it looks like life is going up too high, but in real life, well, okay, maybe it does look a little, oh, well, whatever. It's good enough. Hi, Meg. Hi, Ivy. Ooh, she got her fabric box and magnet. Yay. Yay, yay, yay. Bonnie says it's afternoon in Michigan. Yes, it would be. Hi, Kellyanne Naylor. Good morning. Kathy says, are you giving sneak peeks for HSN today? No. HSN isn't happening until May. So what we do is we do the sneak peeks the Thursday before I go on HSN. So that would be like early May would be that. But tonight I'm doing a special live release of actually I got to send an email to somebody to make sure I'm doing a live release of the newest Stamp and Die Hard Club. It's tonight, you guys. And this one, I'm telling you, is one of my faves. By far one of my faves. I'll be honest, I like it more than the Cookie Dog, which says a lot, right? Because you guys know how I feel about my past dog. Yeah, this one is amazing. So yeah, just telling you. Hi, Arla. Hi, Merlin. Can't wait. Yeah, 5 o'clock tonight. So 5 o'clock tonight is the live release. I've set my alarm. Actually, let me double check to make sure I've set my alarm on my phone. If you have your phone nearby, set an alarm. I actually have family over, Monday nights. Yeah, I got my alarm set. See, there's my alarm set. 4:51 to make sure I'm upstairs. 5 o'clock to go live. We usually do everybody, all the family comes over. Anyone that can comes over on Mondays for dinner. And the last 2 weeks, my dad has come, but my mom has not. My mom is still getting better. She went to the doctor 3 times in urgent care, 3 times in 8 days. Finally gave her new antibiotics, and they think she has a little bit of pneumonia. But my dad called it walking pneumonia, and my mom said, no, I'm not walking anywhere. So, okay. But she is still getting better, so she's not coming today. So I don't know if my dad's going to come. Ruth Debbie says, please like, love, and share, everyone. Thank you. Hi, Nydia in Florida. Hello, my love. Hi, Amy. Amy. Hi, Amy with the pretty Gerber Daisy in her avatar. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Sheila, my dear. Hello. Let's see. Teresa says she's excited. I am too. This one. Oh, and there is a matching stencil. And it's very limited. Funny thing, a little story about the stencil. I believe it's either 2 or 3 stencils. I don't remember. And I messed up on one of them. So I had them remake the one. So we're going to be including the new one in there, but we're not taking out the old one because you could still use the other pieces of it. There's just one spot I messed up. So you're getting the replacement one, but we're going to let you keep the one that's like 98% good. So then you'll have 2. So if you're if you're shading, you don't have to keep switching back and forth. So it's a win. Teresa says, can't wait for tonight. Yay, I'm glad you'll be here. Hi, Poncy. She almost missed it. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Diana in Idaho. Oh, Annette says, baby Harmony, who is now 3, says hi. How is Harmony 3 already? Hi, Harmony. I can't believe you're 3 already. You're growing so big. That's crazy. Russ put his his folded club into the fabric boxes this weekend. Yay! That is awesome. Oh, you're going back all the way to the beginning. That is awesome. Hi, Stephanie. Hi, Pamela. Hello. Jane says she set her alarm. Good. So set your alarm. Also, you guys, I feel bad that, hang on. Let me see if I can get this back on my phone. Because I actually, hang on. How do I do this? Let me see if I can. Oh, there. Okay. On our website, and I feel bad I never show this because we had somebody make it for us. On our website, I don't know if I've ever shown this to you. There is in the extras section, on the extras section, it shows you can get this wallpaper and it'll give you our release dates because sometimes people get confused on when our release dates are. So this says product release days. I don't know if it's right way for you or wrong way for you, but it says product release days and it gives you the dates and you can put it as a wallpaper on your phone, which is kind of fun just because I like the flower on there. However, the boys know, they get a hold of my phone and they know how to change it. And so because you can just change it, but they change it usually to one of them, an old photo of them. So yeah. There's Cookie. These are all the old wallpapers I used to have on my phone. Isn't that weird? I didn't know you could even do that. So yeah. Oh yeah, that one. Oh, there. Okay. Yeah. So that's it. So just know that there is that option. It's under the extras tab on our website. Hi, Lori. Shelly hasn't gotten her folded club yet. Oh, hopefully today. Hi, Sandra D. Another Stephanie. Hi, Stephanie in Iowa. Hello. Hi, Cindy in South Carolina. Annette says she starts school in September and wow. And she loves making cards. Yay. It was backwards. Yeah. Cause does that mean my sign's backwards too? Oh, that sucks. Cause I'm using the webcam on my laptop. I used to use a camera and on my desktop. So my laptop is here on a basket and my laptop is my laptop is what we're using right now. My desktop is behind it. It wasn't backwards for Sherry. Oh my goodness, this is weird. Hi, Stephanie Z in California. Kellyanne says she's hoping to get her folded club today. Me too. I'm hoping you get it too. Okay, so Quilty's saying that there is would you consider doing a limited edition collab with Spellbinders and do a pink machine? Sandra D, we have we discussed it with Spellbinders? I don't know if we did discuss that with Spellbinders. I could ask them. You could email them and tell them they should do that with me. I haven't heard from them in a long time. Probably said something I shouldn't have or something. I don't know. I haven't heard from them in a long time. But that would be fun. Debbie says the sign looks good to her. Okay, that is so weird. Facebook is correct. Oh, Facebook is backwards and YouTube is correct. Interesting. Very interesting. Don't know. Okay, Bear Blue says it's good on hers. Okay, that is so weird. Okay, good. Well, I'm glad it, because isn't it cute? I love it. Whoa. Katie came upstairs today and she saw it because I had it on. She's like, whoa, Steph, that looks good. I go, oh, thanks. Yeah. And by the way, if you ever meet me in person, don't call me Steph. Please call me Stephanie. I don't like when people call me Steph. I'm a big fan of Stephanie. And my kids started it kind of as a joke about, forever ago. And I can't break them of the habit. So now my kids and Colin, sometimes the boys will even call me Steph, which is very annoying. But yes, my name is Stephanie, but my kids call me Steph. So whatever. Blossom has a question. Have you considered making a mudding themed collection? No, because I don't know what mudding is. Go crazy, huh? I live in California. I don't know what mudding is. You can send us some ideas to our website. And Faylene keeps a very good track of all the ideas that are sent in. And whenever I'm looking for a new idea, I go into that folder. So you can go ahead and send that in. Pictures also help. Pictures also help. Rhoda says, my brother calls me a roadie. Stephanie Wireman says, I like to be called Stephanie also. Yeah, I don't know why. Interesting fact, this is going to be very interesting. The people in my life that aren't my BFFs, like very close, like my parents will sometimes call me Steph. My brother will call me Steph. That's fine. When it's someone that I know and love, I don't care, right? It was annoying that my kids even called me anything besides mom. No one calls me mom. It's the weirdest thing in the world. I don't have anyone that calls me mom. But at the same time, I understand why they started doing it, because whenever we would be out doing something, anytime they would call me mom, strangers would stop us and say, there's no way she could be your mom. And then we had to go through the whole thing. Yeah, I was a teen bride. Yeah, I had my kids early, but they weren't that early. I mean, I was 22 and I had Kirsten. That's not that early. So we just ran into that too much. So when we're out, it was easier for them to call me Steph, because then we didn't have to deal with any of that. But anyway, when I meet someone for the first time and someone introduces me, or I introduce myself and I say, hi, my name's Stephanie Bernard, and they say, hi, Steph, a red flag goes up in my brain. And a red flag goes up in my brain. And let me just tell you, that red flag is usually correct. So people that don't know me at all and call me Steph first meeting, it is actually a character, not monitor, character something, gauge. Yes, because I'm thinking of someone in particular that pretty much tried to ruin my life that used to call me Steph. And I never said he could call me Steph. Now, if somebody says, oh, can I call you Steph? I'll usually say, oh, Stephanie's better. So interesting. Character flaw. Yeah. Interesting. It's a very good gauge for me. Now, some people, though, once they get to know me, they call me Steph. Like Tiff calls me Steph. I call her Tiff. She calls me Steph. That's how we roll. That's how we are. But does Ken call me Steph? Never. He has never called me Steph. In almost 35 years of marriage, he's never called me Steph. Never. He doesn't like it. So April says you should always call someone by the name they introduce themselves as. Absolutely. And like, for example, Katie, my daughter's Katie, her real name is Caitlin. So when she's at school, they'll say Caitlin Bernard. She goes, yes, it says Caitlin on the official form, but please call me Katie. And then they know to call her Katie. So if someone tells you to call them something else, yeah, call them whatever they want. But yeah, interesting. Yeah, people should request, yes, an indicator. Yeah, people should request. Yeah, but it's a very good barometer in life. So Kellyanne says, my whole name is Kellyanne. I usually go by Kelly. Some people call me Kel, which I usually don't mind. Sure. And especially if it's people like, but though, Kellyanne, if it's someone you meet for the first time and you say, hi, my name's Kellyanne, you can call me Kelly. And they go, hi, Kel. No. Right? Like, no, that's like a more, I'm your BFF kind of thing, or friend at least. Hi, Gloria. Oh, my timer's going off downstairs. I don't know if you guys can hear my little vacuum. I got a new little vacuum, one of those little robot ones. It was on sale on Amazon for $88. And I've always wanted one. And I had one 100 years ago, but I had to return it because it ruined our baseboards. Well, this one's white. And technology has changed since 10 years. So it goes up to a baseboard and it slows down and then it just gently goes in that area. But I need to go turn something off really quick. I'll be right back. Stay tuned. I'm right back. Gotta take my drink while I go. You want me to tell you a funny story really quick? So my brother's birthday was last week. Hi, everybody. I'm back. My brother's birthday was last week, and we went to dinner for his birthday this weekend. And I shouldn't tell you this story. Susan says, I have a friend who hates her first name. She goes by her middle name. And if someone pushes to call her first name, she knows that they're troublemakers. Yeah. I know. Well, that's how I feel. This is funny. That's how I feel about my Faylene. So my Faylene, those of you that don't know who Faylene is, she runs our entire office, all of our emails. Everything goes through Faylene. She's a rock star. She's an angel. She's an angel on earth. I don't know how I did something right in God's eyes because he blessed me with her. Her name is Faylene, but 98% of the people in her life call her Faye. Her name is not Faye. Her name is Faylene. She introduced herself to me 100 years ago as Faylene, and that's what we call her. So everybody at Stamps of Life and all of you call her Faylene. We all know her as Faylene, but her family, everyone else calls her Faye. Yeah, I don't see it. She's a Faylene. I think Faylene is such a pretty name. I love that name. So I stick with Faylene. And I always call her Faylene. Isn't that funny? I love her name. I know. I love her name too. Grindelia. I always say your name wrong, Norma. And I know your other name is Norma. So sometimes I call you Norma because it's easier for my brain. But you're getting blood work done. Oh, I hope everything goes well. Sharon says Queen Faylene. Let me tell you. You guys have no idea. She is the bomb. I adore that woman. And she has a billion friends. And so every year she's supposed to come to my house for Thanksgiving because she's my friend. No one else's. I'm just kidding. She has a lot of friends. She has way more friends than me. I don't have any friends. And except you guys. But I have to book her for Thanksgiving 6 months in advance. In fact, I should send her an email today to tell her she's coming to my house for Thanksgiving. She did 3 years ago. And then 2 years ago, she got a better invite, apparently, because she didn't come. But then the next year she came back. So last year she came back. So I need to make sure. Laura's parents call her Lori, which she doesn't like. Yeah, she's a Laura to me too, Russ. I mean, when I just picture her, I picture Laura. I would never think of Lori. Lori sounds so young and unsophisticated. She's Laura is way more sophisticated than Lori. And your Laura really is a Laura. She definitely is. Kellyanne says, my dad used to say, call me whatever you want. Just don't call me late for dinner. I hear you on that one, man. Carlon says, when I was little, people would shorten my name and call me Carla. Even family and my mother was correct to correct them. It's Carlon. I know. Isn't that truth? Isn't that funny? I know. And once you have your name, it's your name, right? Like Katie says, forever she will be Katie. She doesn't I call her Kate sometimes. I like Kate. I think Kate is a neat name, but she likes Katie. Not Caitlin, not Kate, Katie. Sometimes I used to call her Katie Lynn. Not very much anymore, but usually it's Kate. I call her Kate. But Kirsten, I call her KJ. And it was funny. The other day I was saying, KJ, blah, 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 blah. And one of the boys looked at me, one of the twins looked at me and said, call her Kirsten. Well, no, her name is KJ to me. I'm her mother. Yes, moms are allowed to call you whatever they want. Yeah, right? I know. In a way, it's kind of true. Yeah. So live tonight, we're doing the live release for tonight. It's a doozy, and I will show you the bundle, and I'll explain all of it to you. The stencil for this one is amazing. It's amazing. Hang on. Let me just check on something really quick because interest. Oh yeah. Okay. So I really am trying to do more stencils, you guys. For those of you that are not big into coloring or maybe don't have time for coloring, we're also doing that as well. Bear Blue says, Stephanie, always say you have no friends. That is hard for me to believe. You are kidding, right? I am not. I don't know if it's my, so people that have ADHD have trouble maintaining friendships. This is like a proven thing, because if you're not in my line of sight, I have a tendency to, I don't want to say forget, because I don't forget about these people, but I tend to put it off. And so last week I went to lunch with a friend that I've been friends with for 20 years, which woohoo. But we're the type of friends where we get together every 2 months. We have a lunch for 4 hours and then we're good for 2 months. And we both accept that. She has tons of friends. I don't have it in me. Like when I was a little girl, I would only have one friend. I could never do more than one friend. I don't have the mental capacity or the emotional capacity, I don't know what it is, to have more than one friend. And now that my daughters are older, they're like my friends. And so I don't have much. It's sad. It's sad. Now, I have a lot of peeps like you guys that I know a lot of things about your lives, right? I know Russ's wife, his name is Laura. There's a lot of things I know about a lot of people. Gail teaches school and math. There's a lot of things. It's just like close friends that know. Like Tiffany probably is my closest friend. She would be over every day if she lived close by. Like that's the type of person she is. But she's more than a best friend. She's kind of like almost like a sister. It's kind of weird. I don't know. She's my spirit animal. Like she and I clicked within minutes of meeting each other. It was really kind of weird. Like the other day I was on the phone with her and I'm like, she said, well, you know how I am. And I said, I do know how you are because we're the exact same. The only difference between the two of us is she's organized and I'm not. She's a morning person and I'm not. Other than that is like, we're like the same person, kind of. Carrie says, I am the same way. I do not have a lot of friends, a lot of acquaintances, but not a lot of friends. Yeah. And you know what? In all honesty, I am very good. Like I have a lot of online friends. Like you guys are all my online friends, right? Like I know a lot about what's going on in your lives. We pray for each other. That's like good for me. And like every Monday we get to visit and talk, but then like my bucket is full for a long time now. After this, my bucket will be full and all my talking will be out and I'll be kind of done. Rhoda says, I hear you, Stephanie. ADHD encompasses more than a distraction problem, more symptoms than that. Most people just a focus airhead kind of thing. Yeah, it's a little things like this kind of thing. It's not, yeah, it's way more than that. It's not just an attention issue. It's more of I walk into a room and I can tell you 12 things about that room within 6 seconds. You're constantly always thinking about something else at all times. Yeah, it's really weird. Laura has a friend that they met in kindergarten. She lives in Arkansas and she still lives in New York. My daughter and 2 sisters are my friends. One other that I call friend. Yeah. I think because we have now also the world has changed and we have more online friends now. And so I think that meets a lot of our requirements. We do still need to go out and meet with our friends, but like I go to church every Sunday. I do things outside of my home. It's just my circle of friends as I've gotten older has needed to be a little tighter. And I've been burnt in the past, and as like one of them you guys know. And so I just keep things very close to family only, just to protect myself. Yeah. Quality, not quantity. Isn't that true? Linda says our brain never shuts off. Yes, I take sleeping pills every night. Otherwise I would never sleep because my brain does not stop. It reminds me of the time one time ago, 15 years ago, I said something to someone that I should have never have said. That's kind of thing. And she probably doesn't, I know she doesn't remember, but it's the kind of things that I remember or that I think about. Oh, well, blah, blah. Yeah, I can't turn it off. It doesn't turn off. Carlon says I refer to my crafting family and everyone knows who exactly I'm talking about. That is true, huh? That is true. Sharon says I've never had a large circle of friends, too shy. Me too. Very introverted in real life. Unless I am talking about card making, then I can talk all day. Or when I was even teaching, when I'm the expert, I know this sounds really inappropriate, but when I'm the expert in the room and I have something to teach you, I can do it. No problem. I was talking about the time I went to South Africa and I taught a class of 500 students on a stage. No problem. No problem at all. That I can do all day long. Live TV, I can do all day long. It's the one-on-one small chat. Like when I get on an airplane and the person next to me wants to talk to me, I can't do that. Yeah, no. Can't So yeah, I'm weird. I'm weird. But you know what? It's just the way I am. And also, another thing with ADHD is we do not handle rejection well. So one time I said, "Hey Kenny, do you want to go for a walk?" And he goes, "No, you want to go blah blah blah, and I don't want to go over there." And I shut down. And I like I'll almost start crying. Like it's nuts. Like the rejection, like, oh my gosh, is he gonna leave me? Like the rejection, it sound when I say it out loud, it sounds so stupid. But in my brain, it's wired differently. And I just take it so personal that I can't handle it. And so I've learned to tell myself, Stephanie, this is not a real rejection. This is an ADHD reaction to what he said. Do not take it as a rejection. It's like a big thing in my brain I have to talk about. So, Carmen says, "Be proud of yourself. You had dinner with a stranger." Carmen, I really went out of my comfort zone when I invited that girl to dinner, and it was lovely. It was lovely. That was big difference. Michelle says, "Pastor said your friends are those that visit you if you are in jail, but your best friend is sitting next to you." And then saying that was fun. Yeah, I could see Tiff and I in jail. That's the problem. Oh my gosh. We had so much fun on our trip that time. It was like a blast. Every time I think about it, I just laugh. Russ says, when I'm asked about how my marriage has lasted so long, I say because I married my best friend. That's so sweet. Carrie says, "We are all more alike than we realize." Isn't that the truth? Isn't that the truth? Nydia says, "Stephanie, I think I'm the same way. You help me understand myself better. Thanks for sharing. Bless you." Oh, bless you, sweetheart. You know what? I do think we're all more alike than we realize. It's just society always tells us not to talk about certain things. And I'm the type of person, I'll talk about anything. I don't care. Like I suffer from depression. I take medication for that. It's part of my life. And I don't like people to ever think, "Oh, Stephanie, she's just, look at her. Woohoo, woohoo." No, oh my gosh. No, it's not like that at all. Life is, we all have our struggles. We all have, things going on in our brain. And so, I think sometimes when people talk about it, it helps to understand people better. And it helps to understand that everybody has a struggle and you don't know what they're going through. So we just have to show a lot of grace. Especially like if Faylene gets an email that's not nice or something, and she's very good at this. I'm learning, but she's very good at just understanding, you know what, that person must have a lot of things going on in their life. And the way they're expressing that is in this email. And so we understand. And like when you see a negative comment online, you just have to realize that person needs prayer because something is going on besides this comment online, right? Something is going on in their life to make them so unhappy and so much in turmoil inside that they're using their fingers on a keyboard to attack others to make themselves feel better. And something's wrong and they need help or they need love. And so, yeah, whatever. Okay. Carrie says, "I have goosebumps talking and listening to you." Oh, you're so sweet. You're so sweet. Introverted people, Russ says, tend to be more creative. That is true. That is true. And it is important to share things. I always try to be as open and as transparent as possible. Like for example, I'm wearing pajama bottoms right now, of course, or in my slippers. But no, I always just, we're all normal, right? We're all normal, even though we're all messed up. Yeah. So I suffer from anxiety, like walking into a room of people I don't know. Yeah, not going to happen. Not going to happen. If I'm not teaching a class, not going to happen. But if I'm teaching a class, I can totally do it. Right. So it's weird. But very shy, very quiet. Crazy. Any sneak peeks, Stephanie? I have sneak peeks tonight. I'm going to do a live release tonight at 5 p.m. right here. So wherever you're watching me now, 5 p.m. tonight, I will be doing a sneak peek. I'm not a sneak peek, a real live release. I am going to have some family here, so I don't know. I won't have any boy special guests because they have practice. They have baseball practice. Bonnie says, "Today's driving me nuts because I can't see all the chats." Oh no, Bonnie. Hi, Jeffrey. You know what? Hi, Michelle. The chat thing is like really like I don't understand it because sometimes I'll be like going and I'll be trying to watch something and I can't find the chat either. And I'm sorry. I don't know how to help you because I don't know how to do it. Rhoda says some people have not been able to have been taught to show or process their anger, plus other issues. Absolutely. Ruth Debbie says, so what do you make the family for dinner? It's called DoorDash. Or my parents will pick up food. I every once in a while will cook, but again, attention problems. And if I cook, I have to stay in the room and I can't just stay in the kitchen and watch things bake because my kitchen's downstairs. I work upstairs and I will burn every single thing. That's why I have to set alarms everywhere because I forget that I'm cooking. I will completely 100% forget I'm cooking. So if I cook, I have to stand right there the entire time. So I don't usually cook dinner. It's just too much for the brain. So, and nobody will like what I cook anyway. So I'm just going to do that. Oh, Linda's grandson's baseball team, 10 years old, won 14-2. Wow, that's awesome. Congrats. Stephanie, the birthday codes don't work on things that are on flash sale. Only things that are on regular price. Sharon says, how is your mom feeling? I talked to her yesterday. I saw her Saturday. She actually went to dinner with us, which I was stunned. But she was in bed all day yesterday, and she said she's not going to come today. She's getting better. She's on at least 2 new medications. The first ones did not work, the antibiotics. So she's on a new one, and she is starting to feel better. When I talked to her yesterday, it was the best she sounded in the last like 10 days. So it was very good. And she looked pretty good yesterday too. I mean, Saturday when I saw her, but I know her going out to my brother's birthday dinner set her back probably 2 or 3 days just because it was so much. But, you know, sometimes you just really want to see family. She's not contagious because she's been on antibiotics for all this time. My dad hasn't caught anything. So it's not like she's putting anybody at risk. So yeah, but she is doing better. Thank you. Let's see. Russ said in YouTube, you have to select all messages. It defaults to top messages. Kellyanne says, thanks, Russ. I didn't know that. Didn't realize I was missing some. Oh, gosh. Bonnie says, I worry about everyone liking what I cook. Nancy says, I hate to cook. Yeah. Ooh, Shelly says she's very blessed. Her husband does 90% of the cooking. Kenny used to do the cooking for us. And he doesn't anymore because, you know, now that there's only the two of us, you know, we just like, oh, I'll make a quesadilla. You know, we're like kind of like just like, okay, whatever, we'll just eat whatever, you know, we're not like, I don't know, we're just kind of like, oh, have to eat again, you know. Like yesterday, I ordered food from my favorite restaurant. We picked it up after church. And oh, by the way, it's way cheaper if you go pick it up in person than have DoorDash deliver it. She told me the price. I'm like, no, that's not right. You didn't charge us for both. She goes, no, I charged you for both. Look, and I'm all, that is so cheap. And she goes, well, DoorDash adds a lot. She knows me because I order from there a lot. She goes, DoorDash adds a lot of fees. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm going to start getting in the car and driving over here and getting it. It's kind of far though. But so we got the same thing for lunch, dinner last night. And then that will last me probably lunch or dinner tonight and then probably lunch tomorrow. So I make them last. So, you know, I order big and then just keep eating a little bit at a time. Like there's one place I go get potato skins and I can eat one, like a half a potato skin, not like a full piece of a potato skin, but that could be my lunch because I put extra cheese and junk on it. And it's like a big potato kind of. So it's really cool. Alley Cat says she loves to cook and bake. I love that. I love that. Sherry says, I don't cook anymore. My husband took over that job and found out he's a better cook. Yay! Ponzi says, I need to learn how to cook for 2 people. We always have too many leftovers and I toss out the food. Yeah, I know. Debbie Ann says, DoorDash does add a lot of fees and yet only pay the driver $2 on tip. I know. You know what I do for tip? Yeah. So Uber Eats like wants to charge you 20% for a tip. And I'm like, no, not 20%. But DoorDash doesn't do enough. So I always change it and add way more because I'm like, no, I mean, come on. Especially when it's raining, I add way more because I'm like, that's not fair. They have to go out in the rain. I feel bad. Tanya, did I say it right, my love? I'm so happy I found your company. Thank you. You're so sweet, and I love your products. Can't wait to get the folded. Yay! I'm so glad you found us too. How did you find us? I always like to know how people find us. How did you find us? And I want to say your name right. Tanya? Is it Tanya? That's a pretty name. Sharon says her hubby's a chef. Oh, she's so lucky. Julie says I use DoorDash when I'm sick. It's the best. It is. It is. But again, it's cheaper to go get it yourself. So I'm going to learn to start doing that. But yes, I'm glad you found us too. That's so exciting. Let's see. So tonight we're doing the live 5 o'clock Pacific. Make sure you set your alarm. I've already set my alarm. Did you guys see it? Did I show you? I think I showed you. I've set my alarm so I don't forget 5 o'clock Pacific. So depending on where you're at. Kellyanne says her husband loves to cook. That's awesome. Colin loves to cook. My son-in-law loves to cook too. Nancy says she cooks as little as she can. Rachel says, I have always loved to cook, and even now that I'm alone. Yeah, I wish I did. Vera Blue says, well, Stephanie, No Makeup Mondays are a friend to us all. Looking forward to each Monday. Thank you, Vera Blue. I do too. It's like this is going to sound wrong. This is not the correct word for me to say. But I was going to say it's like a drug to me. So it's like more like endorphins are released because we get to visit. And I just feel so much happier afterwards. Jane says she cooked the first 25 years. Her husband did the second 25. Now we're in trouble. What's the 51st year? Oh, no. Oh, no. Bonnie says we have used delivery more with our age. I know. It is true. Well, and when I work from home, it's like I'm still in my PJs. And, well, my bottoms. You know, I shower and everything, put on a clean top, but I'm always in my PJ bottoms. Teresa's husband cooks too. I love this that all the hubbies are cooking. I love that. Ken is a very good cook. Ken does Thanksgiving every year for the entire family. But he doesn't cook as much other than that. Rhoda says it's a happy place to be. Thank you. You guys, this is so awesome. I'm telling you, it's just so much fun just to like sit and chat and visit. And then I get it all out. Okay, hang on. Let me see if there's anything I want to tell you. Oh, hi, Mandy. So the boys play baseball, t-ball. And the other Saturday, Liam went up to bat. He went to the plate. Then he took a couple steps towards us in the stands. And he looked at Kirsten and he goes, I love you, Mom. And then he went back to the plate. And I have it on video. Oh, it is the sweetest little thing. She goes, I love you too. It was the cutest thing. Everybody in the stands was freaking out. It was so cute. Love that. Yeah, it was very cute. And I found out today that Liam told KK, my daughter Katie, they call her KK, that he's going to Disneyland and the entire family's going. And I said, wow. And KK said, oh, really? And he said, yeah, but Dad's going to stay home and take care of the baby because she can't go. Lucy says, hello. If I prepaid my club for the year, when I add on the 4x4, do I pay monthly or prepay again? Lucy? I have no idea. I'm sorry. You can email Faylene. I'm sorry. I don't know. They coded it all. I think you can do either one. I'm pretty sure you can do either one, but I don't know. I'm sorry. Like, how do I not know that? I don't know. I see all these emails going through my email box and I don't have to read them necessarily, so I don't know. But you can try it or ask Faylene first. Sorry. Annette says, I cooked a lot when my kids were growing up and I taught my boys to cook. Now they are great cooks. Oh, and her daughter ended up marrying a guy that cooks. I love it. Hi, Barbara. Hello. Let's see. Hi, Gloria. Did I say hi to you, Gloria? I don't remember if I did. Faylene question. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. It's like above my pay grade. Because they know not to confuse my brain any more than it already is confused. They're like, Stephanie, just keep designing. Keep designing and doing your videos. Don't think about anything else. Mandy said she got charged for the year. She will run a manual charge for the rest of the year. Okay, so you guys know better than I do. Yeah. So yeah, I'll just let you guys deal with that because I have no idea. But yes. I'm trying to think if there's anything else because I have like 3 more minutes. So we have a store day coming up May 3rd. I know a lot of you are planning on that. Yes, I will be there. Yes, I will be demonstrating and I will be there. Sounds like Katie will be there also. Ken will be there. Faylene will be there. So make sure you put that on your schedule if you live nearby. Allie says, I moved to Texas from California 3 years ago together with my son and his wife and kids. We do Chick-fil-A with them on Mondays. So much fun. I love that. I love that family time. And it's when it's scheduled and you just know, hey, anybody that can show up, show up. I love that because it's just like it's an open invite to the entire family, whoever can be here. My brother and his family are busy. You know, they have the boys and they're busy, but we do it with our part. Debbie Ann says, question, if someone moves, how much notice do you need on the clubs to get them sent to the correct address? Make sure you've given the post office your new information. Usually we need at least 10 days because like 5 days before they usually print all the labels. So ideally 10 days before would be best. Yes, that's my guesstimate. Carlon says, I was just looking yet. It inherits how you already have your payment. Oh, she's talking about that. I don't even know. Oh, Julie just finished making Violet her Easter card. Yay. Annette wants to know, Allie, where you live in Texas. Texas. So, okay, you guys, tonight, 5 o'clock Pacific, we are going to do our live release. So make sure you show up for that. I'm trying to think if there's anything else before I go. A stack of books folded. Susan, very good idea. Very good idea. Notice I'm not writing it down. Uh-oh. My vacuum just made a lot of noise. It hits the thing on we have a laundry, we don't have a laundry room. It's a laundry closet where they're stacked and you just open the door and they're right there. It was funny when I showed my brother, I go, look, laundry. And I open and he goes, whoa, because it's like right there. But that door has a little one of those door thingies that goes doing, and sometimes that vacuum hits it and it goes doing. So okay. May 3rd is a Saturday. Yes, it is. Pterodactyl dinosaur folded to go with the others. Caroline, I don't know if I have a pterodactyl. I'll have to look because pterodactyls are pretty cool. They are very cool. Store day is on a Saturday. Yes. I will be there. It's a Saturday, May 3rd. We're trying to give everybody enough notice if they want to drive in. It's not going to be like our anniversary day, you guys. Our 15th anniversary, it was on a Saturday and we had the taco people come. We had like blah, blah, blah. It was this big event. No. This is just a store day where we open the store. I will be in the warehouse part where you guys will have a seat and you can sit and watch me demo. It's not going to be like the big event, but you'll get to shop, we'll get to visit, we'll get to demo, and I'll get to show you new things and things like that. Oh, Ponzi said it's her dad's 91st birthday that day. How fun. HSN date, I believe it's May 13th. Pretty sure it's May 13th. Pretty sure. May 3rd is Kellyanne's wedding anniversary. 34 years. Yay. But she's going to be visiting her mom in Northern California without her husband. Yeah, I've done that before. I missed our 10th anniversary. I was at a scrapbooking expo working. Will it be live? Sandra, we haven't decided yet. Ken said for sure it will be taped, but he's not sure if he can be able to get it live. Last time we had a little bit of some technical issues, and so we're not sure if it will be live, but it will be taped for sure. Shelly, I totally understand. It's better for you to stay home and visit online than it is to spend all that money, because then you won't be able to spend anything in the store. So everything we show in the store, like all the new items, will be on the website that day. So rest assured you won't miss anything like that. So, okay, my friends, I will see you today at 5 o'clock Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, and I'm going to show you the live release. And have a great day. I will see you in a couple hours. Okay, take care. Bye-bye.